ajax.googlebeliefs.com, blah 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 blah, jQuery, blah 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 blah, jQuery.js.js.js. Whenever you see something like this, is probably like a link to using jQuery. Alright. One big advantage of using the hosted jQuery from Google. Many users have downloaded jQuery from Google when visiting another site. As a result, it will be loaded from cache when they visit your site, which leads to faster loading time. Also, most CDNs will make sure that a user requests a file from it. It will be served from the server closest to them, which also leads to the faster loading time. So, from cache when they visit your site. So basically, there's like a big old restaurant stand here, hot dog stand here, hot dog stand 1, hot dog stand 2. And one is faster, one is faster, one is faster. So bam, alright, cache is hot dog stand 1, yeah, it's loading faster. Then you're going to request from the one closest to them. So there's a whole bunch of hot dog stands, and you're going to pick the one closest to you. And then that also gives you faster loading time. Not only are you picking the superior hot dog stand, you're picking the hot dog stand that is closer to you. Haha, hot dog stand 1, it's better. Haha, hot dog stand 1 is also closer. Haha, haha, haha. Alright, next. Haha. Alright, jQuery syntax. With jQuery, you select query HTML elements and perform actions on them. Like query, I like to query you a question, query a note, or query these McChickens off of McDonald's. Alright, jQuery syntax. The jQuery syntax is tailor-made for selecting HTML elements and performing some action on the elements. Basic syntax is money parentheses, selector, 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 dot action parentheses. Alright, money, 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 parentheses, 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 selector, 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 dot, 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 dot action, dot action, dot action, parentheses, parentheses, parentheses. Money sign to define / access jQuery. Money sign to define / access jQuery. Money sign to define / access jQuery. So this is just like the key to get in, key to get in, key to get in. Alright, a selector to query or find HTML elements. A selector to query or find HTML elements. A selector to query or find HTML elements. So like HTML element is going to go here, HTML element is going to go here, HTML element is going to go here. And the whole parentheses selector thing means we're going to find the specific HTML element, find the specific HTML element, find the specific HTML element. A jQuery action parentheses to be performed on the elements. A jQuery action parentheses to be performed on the elements. A jQuery action parentheses to be performed on the elements. So dot action parentheses, like verb, verb, verb. What are we actually going to do to everything? What are we going to do to all these selectors and stuff? What are we going to do to all these selectors and stuff? What are we going to do all in general? The verb of the sentence, the verb of the sentence, the verb of the sentence. Examples. Money parentheses, this dot hide parentheses. Hides the current element. So this, we're going to go in this, and we're going to hide this, we're going to hide this, we're going to hide this. Alright, money parentheses, quotation mark P dot hide parentheses, hides all the P elements. Hide all the P elements, hide all the P elements, hide all the P elements. And money parentheses, quotation mark dot test dot hide parentheses, hides all elements with class ID, well, with class equals test. So we're going to hide everything that has a class of test. Hide everything that has a class of test. Hide everything that has a class of test. Money parentheses, quotation mark hashtag test dot hide parentheses, hides the element with the ID test. Alright, so we're going to hide something with an ID test, hide something with an ID test, hide something with an ID test. These are just examples. The more you go over, the easier it's going to be. It's going to be a lot easier to tell, like, when we actually do labs and stuff. Are you familiar with CSS selectors? jQuery uses CSS syntax to select elements. We learn more about selector syntax in the next chapter of this tutorial. If you don't know CSS, you can read our CSS tutorial. Sometimes when I read this, I'll just like read it through it once instead of repeating, because when we get to the labs, that's when we're really going to do repeating. If I repeated words and phrases from here, it would help, but like the labs, it's where it's definitely going to be where we're going to be getting heavy, and it's going to make a lot more sense. This is just a particular way I'm doing it right now. I think I'm being lazy, and it's actually better for me to repeat it now, but I'm going to just do it this way right now. I'm lazy. Alright, the document ready event, the document ready event, the document ready event. You might have noticed that all jQuery methods in our examples, are inside of